false accusations and what is likely to happen to you. First thing she'll do is accuse you of domestic violence. Then she'll have you removed from the home. A protection order will be put in place. While you're trying to find a place to stay, she's emptied all the bank accounts. She's gathered all the money. You now have nothing to work with. Then she'll go down to the courthouse, swear an oath that she fears for her life and that her life is in danger. Now there's still no evidence, but the court will accept it. And the oath will say, you need to be arrested. Well, they will arrest you. They'll take your clothes and give you a suit of prison clothes. The first thing you need to do is to fold your socks down, double or triple layer, because they're going to shackle you, and shackles hurt. They'll handcuff you and shackle you, and then they'll march you down a hall to solitary confinement to lock you down. This is a 24-hour lockdown. Every other day you get out for 15 minutes to take a shower and to clean your cell and maybe to walk a little bit, and that'll be it. The rest of the time you're locked in. The lights are on 24 hours a day. You're lost. While you're in solitary confinement, there's a number of things you need to do. One is to make your body stronger. You're going to need physical strength, so you need to start exercising. Push-ups, sit-ups, hundreds of them a day. You're going to need to save every single thing that comes into your cell. You'll need to trim your toenails and your fingernails, and you'll do that by rubbing them against the concrete, grinding them down. You need to make some friends, tough friends, violent friends, to help protect you. You're going to need to learn how to fashion weapons, how to keep yourself sane. Unnecessary paperwork, you cut it up into pieces and make yourself a deck of cards. You've got to connect yourself with your Heavenly Father. Keep your mind from going soft. It needs to be sharp and strong. Your body needs to be sharp and strong. It's all about you now. You'll need to learn how to save and hide food, like an orange, or an apple, or an egg. You're going to need to know how to beat boredom, frustration, anger. In one such case, while the man was still locked in solitary, his wife was already seen enjoying herself with men in casinos, gambling away the money she'd taken from him, and having a good time. No guilt, no remorse, nothing. If you had some money in your pocket, by the next time that commissary forms come out, you'll be able to buy a pencil, some paper, and some envelopes. This will be your first chance to reach the outside world if you remember their addresses. Send instructions out, but don't reveal too much, because they're using the jail as a tool and as a weapon against you. Not only is it physically, mentally, spiritually punishing, it is so loud that your ears start to hurt. The screams from men that have lost their minds, or screams from men that are being beaten. The nighttime rages of some men and the nightmares of men. The sound gets so loud it pulsates. It begins to have a rhythm of higher and then higher yet. Never quiet, unless there's a fight. There's a lot for you to do, a lot for you to learn, a lot for you to know. And you've got to pick it up. Guilty until proven innocent. Somehow you've got to have the money, or friends or family with money, to pay for the investigators, to pay for the attorney. If you were foolish enough to invest all your money in your family, and there's no other resources, you're screwed. You're convicted. Decide how you want it to go. But stay alive. Get out and contact me. If there are any family members of yours that are in jail right now, let's go over the paperwork. You need some extra help. Let's defeat this system. Contact me. Anonymously if you need to. Ask questions. But I'm telling you this, the man is in living hell and falsely accused. One career criminal I met and discussed this with, we were working selling roofs, and I asked him, I said, of all the time you've ever done, what was the hardest time you did? And he said it was for a probation violation when he was innocent. Called a blue sky probation violation, meaning just because the sky was blue, they threw him in jail. He was in jail for 6 months, and it was the hardest time he'd ever done. Imagine a man that's completely innocent, and someone that he loved and adored has done this to him. That time is much harder. It's not the same for criminals that rob a gas station. They don't have to go through this. This is tailored to, this is choreographed to men thrown in jail for false accusations. They want him to plead. And they will violate their own rules to make that happen. They will violate their own laws to make that happen. And as you know, when cops, judges, and lawyers, and women willingly violate the law to harm an innocent person, then there is no law. There is war. One of the reasons they put you in solitary confinement is because solitary confinement is used to punish violent offenders. So that means if you have a cellmate, most likely he's going to be a violent cellmate. Now, if he beats the hell out of you repeatedly, daily, multiple times a day, it softens the man up, so maybe he'll plead to something. So they'll get a conviction even without evidence. Now, if you're able to defend yourself, maybe you'll beat him up instead, trying to protect your own life. Well, then they'll charge you with a crime of an assault of an inmate, which is punishable up to 5 years. So now they've got you. When they put you in the cell, they're going to give you a toothbrush, some toothpaste, a motel-sized bar of soap, and a razor with a plastic bag. You don't throw away anything. You hang on to everything. You can sharpen your toothbrush to become a weapon to defend yourself from this violent man that you're locked down with. You can use the toothpaste mixed with paper and toilet paper. It can be shaped into a weapon so that when it is dried, it's hard and it's deadly. You can remove the razor blades from the razor and have a weapon there, or to use it to take your own life. But that's all you're going to have. You're going to have no contact with the outside world. You have no money left because she's already emptied the bank accounts and you had only what you had in your pockets. They're going to assign a public defender for you. And of course, he's not going to work for you. He's there to convict you. And he's going to do his best. Meanwhile, while you're locked down 24 hours a day, they're busy working against you. They're not going to find anything. They're going to make stuff up. Their attorneys are going to be filing all the motions. You're going to find out that you're divorced and you've lost everything except whatever you had in your pockets. She's got it all. You're indigent. You can't afford an attorney. And no one's going to help you for free. You need an attorney. You also need an investigator, because you're guilty until proven innocent. And the accused must finance his own investigation. The cops are not looking for the truth. They're going to hide it, destroy it, deny it, avoid it. It's only through paying an investigator that you have any chance at all. But you can't, because she's taken all your money. You're powerless. You're screwed. Meanwhile, you have to contend with this violent offender that you're housed with, plus 24-hour-a-day lockdown in a 6x12 cell. This is how it will go. Now, they're going to keep you locked down until everything has been removed from you, including your friends that now have doubts about you. Why? Because you're in jail. So they doubt that you're innocent, because innocent people don't go to jail. Well, guess what? They do. Now, if you're foolish enough to believe in the American way and law and order and justice and all that, and willing to fight it, you're going to be in there a long time. They're going to do things to make you soft. They're going to try to break you. They're going to try to get you to plead. In one such case, they immediately offered him, just plead guilty to anything and you can go home right now. The man said, no, nothing's ever happened. I believe in our justice system. And he spent 2 years in there. They finally convicted him of an assault charge, dropped all the other charges, and they set him free. Had he pled guilty when he first got there, he would have done 30 days. Because of not having a prior record of crimes or violence or any offense, the punishment was only going to be about 30 days, but he ended up doing 2 years just trying to get out. And once they convicted him, he was free to go once the paperwork was done. But everything was gone. Children, friends, family, job, money, life. False accusations. Guilty until proven innocent. So, they've thrown you in solitary confinement for 30 to 90 days so that they could take your money away from you, to make you powerless, so that they could have you beaten up, softened up, so that you would plead. Or that you fought back and you were convicted of assault, which proved that you must be dangerous. But of course you were only defending your own life. This is the reality. You need to have money stashed away where your wife doesn't know about it. You need to have a trusted friend or an attorney that you can contact that she doesn't know about. Because all of those relationships will be destroyed by the police, by her, by the gossip, and by other friends. You must protect yourself before it even happens. MacGyver, I love you. I miss you.